Hi everyone, this is William from the Headphone Experience, and this is my April 2024 update. Actually, it's late April, it's about the 24th, but I haven't done an update in quite a while, and the reason I'm doing this is I actually have a ton of equipment in right now and a lot of reviews lined up, so I thought I'd just let you know, because I haven't done a video in about 3 weeks, and I apologize for that. Number one, if you don't know already, I own a small lawn care business, and April and May are pretty much my busiest months of the year, and I rarely get a day off this time of year, and it's just hard to keep up with the reviews. And then also had some family issues over the last 2 weeks, or the last few weeks, and house full of people, and it was hard to get away and actually do some headphone reviewing, and almost impossible to record a video. So I'm trying to get back into it, trying to get going, and hopefully I'm going to get a first impressions video out in a couple days. And I wanted to tell you about all the equipment I have because it is a lot, and I'll give you my first impressions that are coming up first. As you probably know, when I get a new piece of equipment in, I try to do a first impressions in the first week or so, and then I come back at a later point and do my full review when I've had some substantial time to put in with the equipment. And I've actually got several first impressions lined up right now, and some of those are way overdue, and then I've got a bunch of full reviews that I need to get to, but like I said, this is my busy time of the year, so I'm going to do the best I can. About the most I can get out is 3 to 4 videos per month, so even at that pace, it's going to take me a few months to get to all these, so please be patient with me. So anyway, first impressions. The next video I have coming out is going to be my first impression of the Hi-Fi Man Autovina. And I hope I'm pronouncing that right. And I've got it right here. I'll show it to you. It's a closed back planar magnetic headphone that looks a lot like the 1000 series headphones, and like the HE1000, the HE1000 SE, and it actually sells for the same price as the 1000 SE right now. And I will tell you right now, it doesn't sound the same as the 1000 SE. And I also, from what I've heard and seen, this is not a well-liked headphone. And I can't tell you right now, I can't go into depth because I need a little more time with it. I've had a chance to listen to it a few times. But even though it's hated by some people, it does have some good qualities, but the tuning is a little weird on it. So give me a few more days listening to this, and I'll get my first impressions video out on it and let you know what I think. So anyway, besides from this, I've got a headphone amp that's kind of aimed at gamers, and I'm not a gamer at all, but I agreed to do a review on it, acid DAC, and a headphone amp to let people know how it sounds, and that's the Sound Blaster X5 made by Creative, and it's a combination DAC, headphone amp, and like I said, kind of aimed at gamers. But I'll give it a try as a headphone amp and DAC and see what it sounds like. I've actually checked out a couple of reviews from other people that said it did a pretty decent job, so I'm actually looking forward to giving that a try. I also, and this is the last thing I got in just a few days ago, I've got a CD player by SMSL, and it's the PL200, and it's a combination CD transport, CD player. It's a standalone USB DAC, and it has a pretty decent headphone amp built into it, and I've actually used it quite a bit already, and I'm pretty excited to do a review on that. So I haven't really done a review on a CD player yet, but if you've been watching my channel, you'll know that CDs are my number one source, of music. I am a CD guy. I've got like maybe 500 CDs, and that's what I use for all my reviews. So Apos Audio sent that out to me to do a review on it. And I will be reviewing it as a CD transport, which will be primarily what I use it for, using digital output into different DACs and that sort of thing. But it also has a built-in DAC, so it can be used as a CD player. I'll review it as a CD player and compare it to a couple others that I already have. And then it actually has a headphone amp built into it, and from what I've heard so far, it's not too bad. So then after that, I've got the Hi-Fi Man Serenade, which is a combination DAC amp, and I will be doing a first impressions on that hopefully soon. I've also got the Hi-Fi Man EF600 combination DAC amp. I did a review previously on the EF400, but the EF600 is kind of an upgrade and addressed the main issue that I had with the EF400, and that was no analog inputs and only a USB digital input. So the EF600 now has analog inputs, and I think at least one other digital input, maybe two, I can't remember right now. But anyway, got a first impressions coming out on that. And then I also got a chance, and I've been waiting a long time for this one, got a chance to review the Hi-Fi Man HE6, and this would be the version 2 of that. So, I'm sorry, the HE6 SE version 2. So those are my first impressions I've got lined up, and I actually have all that equipment here now. And then I've got another amp that may be coming in soon. I'm not sure when. Last week, maybe it's 2 weeks ago, I got a chance to speak to Jeff Wells from Wells Audio on the phone for a while. And he's got a new OTL tube type, or an OTL type tube amp, headphone amp, that hasn't really even been advertised. I don't think it's not even on their website, but I think he's made a few of these and asked me if I'd like to try it and give it a review, and I said I'd love to. I've reviewed the Wells Audio Dragon and the Milo in the past and really like both of those, and really into tube amps, especially OTL amps. So anyway, Jeff said he'd be sending me one of those soon, so looking forward to getting a chance to hear that. And then I've still got a bunch of full reviews lined up. I've already done the first impressions on these, on this equipment, but I haven't done the full reviews yet. And that would be the Apos Audio Ray 6SN7 tubes that I got in a couple months ago, did my first impression, and I'm using those in the Felix Audio Elise, which is one of my favorite amps. And then I've got my full review coming out on the Hi-Fi Man Aria Organic, a headphone I really like. Also my full review on the Hi-Fi Man Susvara, which pretty much everyone loves the Susvara. You can't really say much about that headphone other than it needs a lot of amp behind it and actually a high quality DAC too. So that's the only problem with the Susvara. You need to spend some money on the other equipment that goes along with it, on top of the $6,000 price for the headphone itself. So, and then I've got my full review of the Hi-Fi Man Ananda Nano coming out, and my full review of the Hi-Fi Man Prelude headphone amp. And then I've also got to do my full review yet of the Topping A70 Pro and D70 Pro Saber stack. And then last on my list of full reviews I need to do, except for, I'll have to do a full review on everything I listed in my first impressions list to start this. But anyway, I've also, and I think it was the last video I did, was my first impressions of the iFi Audio Neo IDS2, and that is a combination DAC and headphone amp. And if you didn't watch my video that came out a few weeks ago, it's got some very large improvements from the original Neo ISD, and including 5 times the output power. And I think, yeah, it's right here. It's sitting right here on my desk behind me right now. So anyway, a ton of reviews coming out very soon. And well, as soon as I can get to them, like I said, it's my busy season. And unfortunately, I cannot be a full-time reviewer. I still have bills to pay. I have a mortgage. I have, electric bill. I have things that need to be paid, and the $80 or so a month I make from YouTube just doesn't cut it. It's not going to pay my bills, so I've got to go out and work every day, and I come in tired at night, and not every night I can sit down and work on headphone reviews. So it would be great if I could become a full-time reviewer. Maybe I need to set up, a fund or something people can donate. And if enough of you send in $1 or $2, maybe I can quit my full-time job and be a full-time reviewer. But we'll talk about that another time. So anyway, I'm going to wrap this up. This has already gone really long for a update, but this is my April 2024 update. And I'm hoping to get a video out. Probably it'd be that Hi-Fi Man Audio Vina. I think I'm pronouncing that right. And my voice is going. Excuse me a second. Let me get a drink here. Losing my voice, so I'm gonna give this up and maybe get some sleep and come back in a couple days and try to give you a review. So anyway, once again, thanks for watching my video. And the headphone experience over Facebook broke the 31,000 mark a few days ago, so that just continues to keep growing. So if this video helped you at all, give me a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed to my YouTube channel already, please do so. And thanks for watching my video.